7 on BBC One.
Off with the old and on with the new, now on BBC One in today's Style Challenge.
Yes, hello, welcome to the show. Good morning. Good morning. We have a really, truly majestic treat for you today as our top style experts set out to gain our royal seal of approval when the mother and daughter prepare themselves for a rather royal appointment. Please welcome mother and daughter, Kate and Janet Atkins. Welcome, Kate. Hello. Janet, nice to see you. OK, going to the Queen. See the Queen. Are we being knighted? Is it going to be...
Not quite. I'm going to get my Duke of Edinburgh award.
Duke of Edinburgh award?
Yes.
Right. They don't give them out easy, do they?
No, you have to trek along the side of the countryside for about a week. So...
What else? You do quite a lot for that award, don't you?
Yeah, I had to do a physical recreation.
I
had to do a community service. I had to do a residential, which means you stay away for a period of time. And I had to do a walk across country.
Quite a lot involved, because there's a bronze and silver as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got top award. Well done. You must be very proud.
I am.
Did you give her a hand in anything?
I washed all the clothes. The smelly socks.
What a mother's for, you know.
Oh, man.
So, you're both going to the party, I take it. What's involved? What have you been invited to?
I don't know, really.
Well,
Yeah.
really, we were just invited to the garden party that she sort of hosts out, so we're going to that, and we'll get presented with their certificate. Because I've actually got my award already.
Right.
You just get the certificate.
This is the official bit.
Yeah.
So you want to look your best.
Yes.
So you've come to us with some help.
Yes.
So what are we after, Janet and Kate, for a makeover for the Queen?
Oh, something nice and stylish. Something quite smart.
Right. Stylish and smart.
Yeah.
That's easy. Kate?
Something a bit different, but still smart and stylish.
OK, something a bit... Not so easy, but I'm sure we can manage that. Kate, prepare yourself to be treated like royalty, because you've got leading hairdresser from Tony and Guy, Anthony Moscolo. You've got top makeup artist, Roberto Frampton, and leading stylist, David Hayes. OK, go and meet your team. And what can we say, Janet? You're aristocrats from the royal family of style, the godfather of Scottish hairdressing, Charlie Miller, makeup artist to the stars, Karen Mason, and fashion editor for the newspaper of the year, the Daily Telegraph, Hilary Alexander. So go and acquaint yourself with your team, Janet. So, lords, ladies and gentlemen, be upstanding for your royal challenges. Make way for a most elegant transformation.
The idea is to put the hair up, utilise, she's got beautiful hair, beautiful curly hair. When she ties it back, then it straightens itself out. So she needs to prepare the hair, either with a bit of mousse or some gel, and diffuse the hair so she gets the ringlets in the hair a little bit cleaner.
Right.
So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and it'll allow it to go a little bit more like this, like the hairs at the back, there, where the ringlets are a bit cleaner. So we need to get that texture throughout the hair. So I'm going to be putting a little bit of product in first.
So is this au naturel? Is it?
It's a pain.
It's a pain? Why?
I just can't seem to... It's so difficult, because everyone says, oh, it's afro, you got a bit of afro in you. Get all the abuse, and I have to tie it back, because it's just... And I have to put so much stuff in it to get it controllable.
So what I'm going to do, I've already started, and that is to narrow this whole area down here and go for more height in the top, build a kind of diamond shape up so that there's height through the middle, yeah? And, yeah, so we're working away already with the scissors, taking the weight away, split cutting it right all the way through. Okay. There'll be no blunt cutting at all. So anyway, yeah, so I've already started my shape on that side, so coming into this side now, taking the hair down, and we're going to go for something that's really quite chic. something more glamorous than the sweeping thing. You know, what it's been doing is sweeping all the time, and sweeping hair's kind of, you know, it's kind of a wee bit past it now. You know, you've got to go into texture. You want to look fashionable, you know, into all the bits. You know, Janet's hair's a little bit short at the back, but we'll make the most of that too. She's got a nice movement in the back, and we'll get a bit of movement and flicking going into that too.
Okay. So less sweet for you, Janet.
That's right. Sweet.
I'll just show you roughly what we're going to do. It's just so we get a tighter look around the sides and the back. Then just twist around the back and allow this hair to move.
Are you
then
wearing a hat?
We can pull all these bits down and start to create like a shape that'll work, and then obviously make it quite feminine and soft.
Janet's got a nice hairstyle, you might say, at the moment, but it's a wee bit old-fashioned, you know, and so because there's no texture in it, you know. All the modern looks have got texture in it, you know. Sweeping hair's, you know, as I say, a bit past it now. So you'll see that everything I'm doing, sweeping hair's cut like that. This haircut is cut in a split, you know. So you can get like point cutting, you can get texture cutting, and this is quite a deep cut into the hair, which we call split cutting. So it's sort of like a split, you know.
Yeah.
So anyone going to the salon looking for a modern cut asks for it to be split.
Split.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether it's this length, this or short. Okay.
Sweeping's out.
Splitting
in.
It's actually really beautiful hair.
Yeah, the best
if you use the
policy
right
is to-
product, then it, you know, it can look really good. And the thing is that it's coming back into fashion very strongly. Curly hair.
Curly hair.
Yeah, we've had straight hair very much dominating the last 3 or 4 years. You know, anybody with curly hair has it blow dried, and it's all been those kind of looks. But we're seeing now on the catwalks, in the fashion shows, and a lot of editorial curly hair coming back, and it's only a matter of time where it'll become more of a prominent and more fashion kind of look.
At the moment, I'm sort of wafting around with this, and I'm
You are?
very pleasantly surprised. It comes from Dorothy Perkins,
Why are you surprised?
because it's a size 16. And I think most people associate Dorothy Perkins with smaller, sort of teenage 8 to 10. And this sort of skirt would be perfectly acceptable for somebody of Janet's age, and it's really lovely.
No, that's not a bit see-through, is it? Or is it?
No, now, this is the secret, you see. If it was for a teenager, you'd probably have just this bit, with those horrible large knickers underneath, which...
Well, you wouldn't if you were a teenager, would you?
Oh, no, they have to wear the big, large knickers. That's
Oh,
the
they
look.
have to?
Yes.
Is it?
They must. Don't ask me why.
Right.
So you've got the see-through layer, then you've got the cotton petticoat.
So you've got the choice. The
You've got
choice
the
is
choice.
yours. Okay, take
Combine-
the petticoat out, with or without.
Exactly.
You know.
Combine
Right,
it together, and it's completely acceptable, and it's just the sort of thing that would suit somebody of Janet's age or
Gotcha.
suit anybody. I think it's absolutely ideal. I love her
That
look.
length as well.
Oh, the length's perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting. A garden party, especially a royal garden party, is one of the few occasions that is really, really English. It's the sort of absolute epitome of the English social season.
yeah.
Beautiful flowers, green lawns, people sort of wandering around with cups of tea and little sandwiches, and all being terribly
There's not
pleasant
many
and
left
polite.
now, is
I
there? No,
know.
there's polo and Wimbledon and... you know.
And it is an occasion when a woman really feels she needs to make a bit of a special effort. It's not perhaps as grand as a wedding, but it's not as grand, say, as Royal Ascot, but it definitely requires a certain
style.
certain
isn't it?
style, a certain dress code. And they don't say, you know, you must not wear this, but it's taken for granted that you should be smart.
Yeah. Okay. So what about the top half then?
Well, the top half, I would go for a jacket like this, a long line jacket, in a lovely pastel.
That's not going to look too long, is it?
No, because
Right.
we can give her a slight heel, nothing too high. And the thing is, it'll float, and that's a very good thing. If you're going to spend the afternoon outside, it can often get very hot. You don't want anything that's too constricting. So it's very nice to have a fabric that's going to waft around your ankles, a bit like air conditioning.
Let that breeze on there, yes.
Exactly.
Okay, keep the hair going.
Wherever
working.
you be, let the cool winds blow.
Yeah, something like that, okay. And underneath the jacket? Just
Probably a little
behind this.
camisole. Right behind you, John, there's quite a selection. See the pale green and the white. Marks and Spencer's generally. Laura Ashley. Very cheap. They come in all the pastel colours. They're perfect to go underneath. And it heightens that pastel feeling. And it's very cool. Straw hat.
Yeah,
very
so
simple.
accessories, isn't it?
Yeah.
A hat.
Straw hat.
Definitely a hat.
Well, they say a hat is optional.
Right.
But I think that most women, especially someone of Janet's age, is really going to want to have a hat because it's a special moment in her life and she's going to want to do it to the hilt.
Right, and she's in very good hands.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm going to see how our ends are getting on.
Kate didn't really want to go for florals. She was kind of didn't want to look too English rose.
Right.
So most of the colours we've got are kind of just quite plains. The florals we have got are kind of interesting florals where they're slightly more abstract and a bit more modern looking.
Right. Because florals are in, aren't they?
Florals are in, definitely. But I think Kate's quite sporty and quite... I don't think she would like to feel too sort of dressed up and too sort of feminine on the day. Too traditional, basically. So I think something like this that's maybe bias cut that follows her body, because she's got a great body for all the exercise she's done, it is perfect. But it's not too girly. It's something a bit more modern than that. So, in a way, if we don't go for florals, I didn't want to go for
you're up against it, aren't you?
Against it, that's it. So, basically, I didn't want to go for something like this that matches too much, that's too formal. I think Kate wants something a bit quirkier and slightly more modern. So, what we're thinking of doing is perhaps going for a short dress, something maybe like this that, again, will show her figure off, show her legs off.
Right.
But then matching it with something, or mismatching it with something that's probably the same length, almost like a coat jacket, but in a different colour. And again, having maybe a handbag that's in a slightly different tone. So it all doesn't look too perfect and too dressed up.
Because this on its own, I mean, it's nice, but it's not quite kind of enough for the garden party, is it? So you have to kind of...
I think you do. I mean, the rules are relaxed, so I don't think you have to go too far. You have to look smart, which I think something like this would do with a coat.
Right.
But I don't think you know, the rules have relaxed much more. I think you can do that with accessories. And I don't think we want to go for a hat for Kate, because she's got such great hair. So we're thinking perhaps even using like a flower and putting the flowers in that way. Something that these are actually really reasonably cheap. They're like from £10 to £15 from Johnny Love's Rosie, which
makes all the difference. That,
exactly. I think just putting that with
the Queen would probably say, "What a lovely rose!"
What a lovely rose, exactly. Who's it named after?
So that's the top half. The bottom half. Are you going to show legs or?
Yeah, definitely. I think she's got great figure. She's got great legs. So I think definitely something shorter, and a sandal with a bit of a heel, but something quite simple and quite simple straps. So basically, the overall look will look. It won't look too dressed up, and it won't look too perfect and too sort of head-to-toe matching. Gotcha. So it'll look more quirky and more modern, but she'll still stand out in the crowd.
The idea really is to just get a good silhouette, a good shape.
Good shape, yeah.
So you can
Great
see
shape
where
inside,
the first thing we did is just twisted that bit up. If I just turn that round so we can have a look. Yeah. So we did it really easily. Just twisted half of the hair up. So then you've got all this hair loose there. Then made 3 sections around the front. So you've got one at the side, one in the middle, one the other side. Put the middle one back, twist it, side one this side, that side, the other side.
I've put a little bit of wax through that so that moistens it. Wax is like putting moisturiser on your skin, you know? And so there's a little bit of wax through it, and what the wax does is catches all the splits and shows up all these pieces.
And I'm going to go for a very soft mouth. I'm not going to go for, like, big red lips. It's not that kind of do. I think it's the afternoon, it's the summer. If the eyes look great, then the mouth can be simple. Right. If she's going to be sipping her champagne, she doesn't want to leave great big nasty red marks.
I can imagine.
On the edge of the glass.
Janet's skin was very dry, so I've advised her to get a moisturiser that's got a very high SPF in. Janet works sometimes
very high what?
Sun protection factor.
Oh, the SPF, right,
okay. It's actually recommended that people have a protection factor of 15, which is very high, to actually protect yourself from the sun.
What, in the UK?
Yeah, in the UK. And also, this one's from Estee Lauder, but Elizabeth Arden do them, and Decléor as well. You tend to have to go a little bit more expensive to get that high protection factor, but they also protect you from pollution as well. You can see that the skin is quite dried out.
Yeah.
But
you've not been using your
you haven't been using your SPF, but the results are really, really quick. So does it feel a little bit better already?
Yeah, it feels good already.
Gorgeous. It smells gorgeous as well, doesn't it?
Goldfinger.
Now gold eyes. Okay, it looks quite strong at the moment. That's because I haven't blended. Okay. So you can see exactly what I've done. Gold on the inside there, brown on the outside.
The word Cleopatra comes to mind here, isn't it?
Whoever came up with this idea deserves to get all the money to put water in a can and then charge three quid for that. It's amazing. And sell it and make a fortune out of it.
So a little can like that, 3 quid?
A little can is about 3 quid,
and
but it fits perfectly in your handbag. It'll last for a while.
For what?
I'll show you. You're getting hot, okay? You're feeling a little bit sweaty. You want to cool down, run into the bathroom, close your eyes, Full makeup's there, OK?
It works, it works.
Right? You feel great.
Yeah.
Then all you do is you just lay a tissue over and dot off the excess. And it's fresh makeup once again.
All right.
Your turn in a second. Hang on. Ladies first.
Ladies first, right?
I'll give you a
Put
clean tissue.
tissue. Clean tissue.
And there you go.
Hey, you're right.
It's good.
Feels like a new me.
Yeah.
To reflect the hair and the outfit that we have, I've kept this like a magenta colour on her eyes, a lilac-y colour, and we're going to go for quite a bright lipstick, a bright pinky kind of tone. When you've got silvery grey hair, you can really be quite adventurous with colour.
Okay.
So,
yeah, it's
you know,
glowing your eyes.
She's got great rosy cheeks, and I think a lot of people stay away from cheek colour, from blusher, if they have got this thing, but I've just put a little bit of colour to balance it on the sides of the face. So she's got a natural great colour. I think she's going to look fab.
Do you have any idea how long the Queen actually spends with you, or is it just a case of she goes along the line?
Yeah, I think she just has a little chat with you for about a minute or so, and then she sort of works away.
Right.
So...
Yeah, they say you wait to be spoken to, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, hi, hello, how are you? Bye.
Don't just say fine after all this, please. Look at my nails, look at my eye, look at my hair.
All the trouble I've been to.
You're not supposed to ask any questions, though, are you? But you should say, do you like this? Yeah. Don't you think this will go with your crown?
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare yourselves for those final finishing touches. If you would, please retire to your boudoirs. The court is now in session. Welcome back, our Right Royal, Kate Atkins. And let's hear it for the elegant Janet Atkins. As always, that little reminder at home, there's been no mirrors on set, so you have no idea what you look like, do you?
I don't know.
No reflections at all anywhere, we've made sure. But tell us before you get your moment to the mirror, what you were wearing when you came in this morning?
I was wearing frumpy baggy trousers, baggy tracksuit bottoms, a sweater and a t-shirt underneath.
OK, right. Frumpy you.
Frumpy me.
Are you ready for the new you?
I am.
Here it comes. Well, it's the first time ever I've had a... Would you like to put that into words, Kate?
Oh, wow, it's just... I've never had the coat this long, and it's... Oh, brilliant. And the hair,
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
So you like the look?
Yeah, definitely.
Great. David, how did you go about it then? You've got the florals in.
Yes, we got the florals in. We wanted something that was slightly offbeat, so we started with just quite simple, plain shoes. Hopefully, it won't rain, so you won't be, and it won't tarnish the gold nail varnish on your toes as well.
He's been at the feet as well, hasn't he? He's got a golden everywhere.
And then we went for the floral dress, which was kind of like more modern florals, and it's quite pretty, and it really it sort of fits and hugs your body, which is great. So
allow me, my dear. Let's take the jacket off. There we go. Right. Let's have a twirl. What do we think of that, ladies and gentlemen? Would you like it on the shoulder or back on? so if it gets too hot, you can...
It gets too hot, but also, in case it's, you know, a typical English summer's day, it's like a little coat jacket, which will make you feel more dressed up. It's long enough. It's quite a dressy fabric. It's almost like an evening fabric. So it still looks really smart. But I think, altogether, with a handbag that is just a slightly different colour, it all looks quite quirky and quite young and quite fresh, I think. But still, hopefully, you feel quite smart and quite dressed up in it, so...
Ready for the Royals?
I am.
I think so. Give a big round of applause. Kate, well done. Now it's your turn, Ma. Now, before we give you a moment, you have to tell us what you were wearing when you came in.
Green trousers, grey top, grey scarf.
Quite plain then, really, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
You ready for the new you?
Yes.
Here it comes. Hilary? That was a wriggle, yes, I like this. So you're already in the mood. What do we think?
Lovely. It's beautiful. It's lovely. The colours, they're my favourite colours.
Are they favourite colours, right? And the hair as well?
Yes, look at this.
The sweeps out.
Very pretty.
The
Definitely.
snips in.
Out on the town.
Hey, you and your daughter better watch.
She hasn't tried the hat yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
Do you think we ought to have
Can
a
you?
little...
Charlie's the hat okay on top of...
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay then, put it on.
We didn't want to spoil the effect of Charlie's hair. I
Bounce
think...
back.
It'll bounce back, right.
Yeah.
There we go. Right. Not such a big brim so that
No,
it spoils
exactly.
one's view.
And there's a lot of light coming through the brim as well.
Oh, yes, we like that.
If she was wearing the hat, I'd take the scarf off. Because I think you need the scarf when you haven't got the hat on, but if you've got the hat on, I'd remove the scarf.
Right. One or t'other.
Yes,
Shall
one
I
or
take
t'other,
the
not
scarf
both.
off now?
Oh, if you're that daring.
Yeah.
Charlie's going, my hair, my hair, my hair.
Yeah.
So how did you go about creating this then? Start with the shoes.
Well, I started with the shoes, and I was thinking, you know, if you are walking on the lawn, you don't want a spike heel, because you end up, you know, losing half the heel. So we started with a nice...
Picking up a lot of grass.
Yeah, exactly. So we started with a good sort of solid, squat, clumpy heel, but still a smart shoe, and it's shiny,
Right.
which is very pretty. And then I just sort of moved up, thinking floral, thinking pastel. And I love this skirt because it's got splits at the side.
Yes.
And just a hint of leg, not too much. Oh.
Steady, steady.
And those aren't bad legs either. And it looks, I think, looks very graceful.
As we Scots,
very
nice
nice.
bit of ventilation down below.
Exactly,
you know.
yes.
That's right, yes. Wafting to and fro, yes.
Exactly,
And we
right.
just carried, you know, the cream through and the cream pearls. And finally, the airy hat, which I think is lovely because it is light.
Well, I think
And
you
it
look
suits
absolutely amazing. Ready for any queen of any country, I think. Give them a big round of applause. Don't they look fabulous? What a fab job you've all done. Well done to all our stylists and our great challengers. They'll certainly win a seal of approval. And the thing is, they can wear the clothes after the event as they get to keep the outfits. So well done. Well, that's all for today. A massive thank you to our stylists and great challengers. But before we go, a little comment from each of you, what you think of each other. Mum, what do you think of Dara?
She's wonderful. She looks wonderful.
Elegant. And
Yes.
what do you think
You
of your
look
mum?
lovely. She looks lovely in green.
And we've got the family over there. Is it thumbs up from the family? Oh, yeah. Well, that's all we can see on Style Challenge. Another successful one. See you soon. Until then, bye-bye.
Join Karen Franklin on Style Challenge tomorrow when the Ozone presenters, Jamie Feekson and Jane Middlemiss, are given some style treatment from our top teams of experts.
Normally, if I sleep on the wrong side, it kind of sticks out at odd angles like that, and I can't do anything with it.
Me too.
Yeah, so...
Starting on Wednesday, Style Challenge gives a new look to weekday mornings, moving to its new regular time of 10 o'clock. Then with Can't Cook, Won't Cook at 10:30, everything's in place for a great morning of hot tips and top wit, including Call My Bluff and Good Living, right through to 1 o'clock. It's all here on BBC One.
Is your bathroom all washed up? Is it time to close the curtains on nosy neighbours? And do you fancy getting away from it all? Follow the fortunes of this couple's dream country house. The show that gives you style on a shoestring is back. A new series of Homefront begins Wednesday, 8:30 on BBC Two.
When the poor accept the charity of the rich and the powerful,
I'm proposing to pay your tuition and expenses.
it doesn't come without a price.
It can be very dangerous to be around those people when you don't have their kind of money.
Give them help, Pa.
And sometimes the debt can never be paid.
I need your help.
Constant is just like his father and his brothers.
Getting even is a code I live by.
A Season in Purgatory begins Saturday at 9 on BBC One.
Now on BBC One, time for this morning's discussion with Kilroy.
Mrs. Merton is rubbing shoulders with the stars.
We're in the USA of America.
She's going down a storm.
I really did want to meet you.
I'd like to meet you later.
Oh, you're great fun, you are, you know.
Winning admirers and breaking hearts.
You look so much better than what people have told me. This is my room key. Yeah, I've got another one for a friend if you want.
Mrs. Merton in Las Vegas. Thursday at 10 on BBC One. And it'll be...
Lovely.
For everyone who's ever looked through next door's net curtains.
Through the Keyhole, the show that raises the roof and shows you what's in famous people's houses. The question is, whose? Watch closely, the clues are there. And with the help of the beloved, the divine Lloyd Grossman, we'll be taking a privileged peek behind closed doors.
It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Through the Keyhole, new for weekday afternoons at 3 o'clock on BBC One.
Now on BBC One, Ainsley Harriott braves the kitchen with two raw chefs who can't cook, won't cook.
Welcome to Can't Cook, Won't Cook, ooh yes. When you tune in the morning with a nice cup of tea, you'll get 5 people chatting, 4 feet are tapping, 3 floppy hats, 2 blindfolds, and a chef called Ainsley. Oh yes, that's me. So, let's meet the first of our tappers who want to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook! Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, well done, Jane and Jenny Brown from Liverpool, I see. Oh, lovely, lovely to have you come along today. Now, you're flatmates for, what, past 2 years?
Yeah, housemates, Jane.
Yeah, housemates, oh, I see. But your friend here, Jane, hasn't cooked a thing for you, has she, Jenny?
Never, ever.
Now, when did it all start going wrong?
When she moved in with me 2 years ago.
Really?
It's never, ever been right.
Oh, God, and then all sorts of things going on. Did you not learn to cook at home, then?
No, I had a mum to do that for me.
Oh, it's always the problem, though, isn't it? And when mum's a good cook, she don't want you to do anything.